Welcome to the Come Together podcast. I'm Ryan. Sat with me is
Carl. Hiya.
We've just uploaded the Spiritual Principle a Day on YouTube. You can find that on our channel, and it was based around Tradition 7. We're going to try and touch on that a little bit for you today. So yeah, let's kick it off.
Okay, I'll sort of start off, but you'll have to interrupt me because once I start, I probably won't stop. But Tradition 7 it's a tradition I really love to talk about because it plays such a huge part of my life. I've just heard someone else doing a similar podcast, and for me, it was about the money going in the pot. You know, us being fully self-supporting, but it's taught me so much about what I need to bring into my life to live in recovery, to be a productive member of society. You know, the things I understand now that have been around a bit and, thinking about Tradition 7 is, it ties in really well for me with our first tradition, which is, personal recovery depends on the unity of NA. So it's how is the meeting doing, how is everyone doing in the meeting, and how is the actual meeting, because I needed a meeting to get clean. I needed that unity, so I'm now responsible for carrying that unity on. And if I'm not playing my part in the meetings, to keep the meetings going, to keep the meetings funded, then who's going to do it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see the logic there. Yeah, to keep us self-supporting, to get that unity keep going.
Yeah, because for so long when I was using, it was simply a case of do for me. The world owed me a living, the world owed me everything, so everyone had to do something for me. And now it's come to the point of no one's going to save me in life. No one is out there with a big cape on and a big S on their chest going to come running and save me in my life. And Tradition 7's taught me that. It's taught me to implement that stuff, that I need to stand up and be responsible. I need to be accountable. I need to get up and go to work. If I want what the benefits that work gives me, I've got to do it, because for years and years and years I relied on everyone to provide for me. To put it really simply, Tradition 7 teaches me to grow the fuck up. It teaches me to be an adult. It teaches me to be responsible. I have to do it because no one's coming to do it for me. When the pot's going around the meeting, I've got to put it in that pot if I want that meeting to stand up, because my mum's not there like she was when I was 14, 15, 16, going to open a purse and put it in for me. And we need the meetings. We need the meetings for people to come in, and so we can find recovery and we can give recovery to others. And if I'm not being responsible for that stuff, who's going to do it? And that comes into my life now, for the same with me using. I've been wanting to lose weight since I got clean and all the rest of it, because I put weight on rapid once I stopped using. And for a while...
I feel you there.
It's been the same as my addiction. I've been sat there, trapped in the illusion of what if only in just one more time. What if I wasn't overweight? If only I wasn't fat? No, I'll just have one more frigging donut. And Tradition 7 comes into that because, I have got to... No one's going to come and make me thin. No one's going to come and tap a magic wand on me and make me thin. So I've now started to introduce that into my health and into my life, and I've started to do something about it. And it all stems from Tradition 7.
Yeah, it's good,
It
man.
all stems from that stuff. Get off your arse, grow the fuck up, be accountable, and do what needs to be done, because you're not going to get rescued. You're not going to get rescued by someone else.
Like Tradition 7, when we talk about it, I probably needed educating a little bit more as well, because when we talk about putting in the pot as well, being fully self-supporting and stuff, I wonder how far does that actually go in as regards to our fellowship. I probably needed a little bit educating, so it's good that you talk and stuff, because I pick up little bits and pieces, and yeah, it helps me to sort of expand my mind a little bit more.
I mean, I hear so much, people saying that they're grateful for meetings and they're grateful to be in meetings and they're really glad that the meeting's there and they love the fellowship. You won't even pick a frigging chair up at the end of the meeting. You just get up and walk out. They're done. And I've heard so many people with a lot of clean time saying things like, those who come to NA and take from it will get clean. Those who come to NA and start giving back will stay clean. But it's more than staying clean. I find freedom in giving today. And that all comes from the Tradition 7 concept. In the meetings, we're fully self-supporting. In my life, I'm fully self-supporting as a result of that thing. I've transferred it from my recovery into my day-to-day living.
Yeah, and just to touch on like something else that like was brought up and that about taking care of ourselves. You talked about being responsible and looking after your health and like things like that. So like what is it some of the things that you implement when like since you come into recovery as regards of like looking after yourself?
Okay.
You know.
I still have the disease of addiction, and I still have addictive thinking and ways of doing things. I went to the Gambia, and while I was there earlier in the year, I thought I want to do something, and I'm going to do something. So in the 24 hours that I landed back in the country, I didn't just start keto, I started intermittent keto. I started going to the gym as often as I could. I was basically starving myself and eating fat when I could, and that was it, because everything went to extreme. Now it's sort of, by starting it like that though, it's not a bad thing, because I've sort of like eased it into my life, and I'm eating healthy. I've got loads more energy.
I've noticed I've got energy, man. I was on the treadmill for like 30 minutes, 15% incline at like 4 kilometers an hour. And like, I've been going to the gym regularly for like a good few months now, but since I switched over to the different keto and that, I did 30 minutes and it was like, I wasn't struggling, it was a breeze, and I was like, where's all this energy come from? I was like amazed. Yeah, it's brilliant. And like yourself, when you said with fasting, I've done a little bit of that. I'm quite familiar with it. I've done different types of fasting. I know the benefits from it. It's amazing, yeah.
And this is all part of being fully self-supporting in my life, because ain't no one going to come and save me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks very much, Ray.
Yeah.
And we're going to wind that up.
Yeah.